Yard line. At their own 24-yard line.
Ready, ready. 59 mark. Check, 59. Watch the pass. Right, alpha.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's complete to John Ross. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. First down, Dallas. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
80 weapons. Ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Off the draw. Here's Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 59. I'm coming for him, son. I'm coming for him.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And some space here. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant. 53, watch the curl.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Bravo.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man on the out route. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
At the 39-yard line.
Got it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Not today.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Craig. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early. because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check safety, check safety. Tight dog.
They'll try the left side. It's Craig. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Orbit.
2nd and 10. He's got Allen. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
22 jet bomber. Go. Let's go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
218, chop it. Hey, wahoo! 2 right here. 3 bud. 552. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
60 Pittsburgh. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Shoot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, let go. I'm coming after you. Get it.
2nd and 15. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So no surprise if Vinatieri able to convert there. He is, of course, the owner of the NFL record for most postseason field goals.
Hard to believe he was undrafted coming out of college. And now here he is into his 40s, and he's still one of the best kickers around.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
On
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 start. Hey, high 7. Here we go. Mike to go.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Haywood.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Set, ready? 60 or. Hey, Charlie. 5.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football, if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
53, check 53. I got him. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow. And he didn't on that play.
Hey, exit. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. What we got? What we got? What we got? Let's go, let's go. Yo, cheetah. Ready?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards, the final tally. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. He'll look to throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Got a man open, it's Ross. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
Watch the run.
Hey, orbit.
Back to throw now on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for number 83. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
Now a give, right side. Craig. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's now 3rd and 5.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Defense, let's go. Check 52.
Go.
Check 52 to Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Where's 52? Hit it.
He'll look to throw.
You got it. You got it.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48.
Ready? 50, plant.
Number 53. Mike 53. Watch the
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
The week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, Wahoo! 61, matchbox light.
Tackle. Mike,
Good that.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Crunch time, defense. You go tight.
Greystone, travel.
You got tight right there. Hey, alert 3.
Hey, Echo. Look at me. Zipper.
Check 53.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Ready up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Switch.
Hey, team 6. 5.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready. 10 Lobo. New draw Corkers.
Watch out.
Go. Hey, high 7. Big grip.
They'll set up a throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready.
Check. 59. Hey, I'm coming.
Ready.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The busy night continues for Johnson. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. Let's go. 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Let's go. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Pull it together. Let's go.
2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Yo, faster.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
it is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Back to throw here. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return, it's Tate. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Craig. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
Brings up third down.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is third and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
We play to win. Let's go.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line.
Shift. Kill.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The intended receiver there, Allen, but it's going to be second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Second and 11. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field. Field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got
Let's go now.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down.
Bravo.
53 to Mike. 53, check.
Yep.
Here we go. Mike.
Back to throw. And Allen's got it. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
64.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man, because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Yeah.
Mike 52.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
No. Check that. We want Mike.
He's back to throw. And Tate's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
This is caught. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Leo.
Kill. Turn up. Check.
Go.
Watch twins.
They'll try to run with Hunt. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Ready?
left to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, box truck.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete from the contact. It's second down and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, I-7.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
36.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, Mike.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the safety, Craig.
On first down, it's Craig. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get General West. Wide, get wide. Out.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
They're
going to look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
They're starting to put together a nice drive. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Yo.
Hey, Delta.
53, check 53. Watch the screen.
Deep rip.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
90 Wolf. Hey, Haywood.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Check.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Set, ready? 30 base.
Number 53. Mike 53. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Hey, Charlie.
53 to Mike.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this is caught. It's a touchdown in overtime, and they are marching on to the playoffs. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.